The U.S. is preparing to reopen its embassy in Havana on Friday, more than 54 years after it was closed. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry will attend a ceremony in the Cuban capital that will signal the warming of ties between both countries. Cuba reopened its embassy in Washington last month. Earlier, former Cuban leader Fidel Castro wrote an open letter in which he said the U.S. owed Cuba millions of dollars because of its trade embargo. The embargo, imposed 53 years ago, has yet to be lifted. Mr. Castro's letter makes no mention of the reopening of the U.S. Embassy. When he landed in Havana on Friday morning, Mr. Kerry became the first U.S. Secretary of State to visit Cuba in 70 years. 3 Marines who lowered the American flag for the last time on January 4, 1961 will raise it again during Friday's ceremony in Havana. They are now retired and in their late 70s. "I'm gonna love seeing that flag go back up," said former Marine Jim Tracy, 78, in a U.S. State Department video. It is a typical hot summer's morning in Havana, humid and sticky. But it's a warmth which perhaps befits the moment in which Cuba and the United States finally put almost 6 decades of Cold War hostility behind them. And the sea breeze off the Malecon, Havana's seafront promenade, is refreshing the dignitaries that have gathered on the front lawn for this historic reopening ceremony. If a lot of the diplomats present thought they'd never see this day, millions of ordinary Cubans certainly never thought they would. Crowds have started to build up around the perimeter fence, some carrying Cuban flags, others the stars and stripes.